I have 3 degrees, all from the University of Ghana, I wouldn't hire anybody. It's simple. And it's a matter of substance. What do you churn out? You are churning out people with degrees, not people with an education, not people with skills on how to live. That is the problem. And respectfully, the old men running this school, there are too many. Get them out. You guys are not doing anything that is relevant for the future. And you won't get people wanting to employ the people out of this place. Your MBA students, plenty of them I won't hire. Your MBA, your classmates, I won't hire. I was also in that school. Why? How many tears have you written people's theses? We are sitting here, this is the 70th. I mean, can you imagine? University of Ghana, 70th anniversary.
Look at the audience.
What kind of communication went on to promote this program? Meanwhile, we are supposed to have a marketing department at the business school and a whole communication school, whatever it is. Look at the number of people here. This is a school of mediocrity. Look at the panelists, their tables. No place for them to even keep their books and teas and water. They have to go on the floor. This typifies what you are sitting in, Prof. If you want to fix it, forget about this, your 70 years and your University of Ghana. I bluff a lot with my school, because whatever it is, this is where I come from. But forget it. The world has moved on. You are not going to live for your past glories anymore. People come here because it is a to-do. I must get a degree. That is the reason why people are coming here. Yeah. You must make people cease wanting to come for a degree, but people want to come for an education. And with certain skills that make them viable in the future. Your children don't have skills that make them viable for the future. They don't have the thinking. They are robots. Even that robot, they can't even do it. I'm telling you. So if you want to fix it, it starts with you guys as lecturers. It starts with being the thinkers. You guys are not thinking.
So that was Senyo Hosi, he's CEO of the bulk oil distributors, and he made those comments that has angered some of the University of Ghana lecturers and old students. A lecturer at the political science department of the university, Professor Ransford Jampo, for instance, incensed by the comment he perceives was an attack on the nation's premier university, which trained their alumnus. And this is what he said, quote, "I disagree with you that UG people don't think. I rather will wish to question your own ability to think. It seems to me that you spoke without any introspection. Your words were unexamined. Otherwise, how did you obtain 3 degrees from an institution of non-thinkers?" he asked. End quote. So some old students who've also been following the conversation have been sharing their thoughts on the matter. And let me share a bit with you from our online portal. And it's coming from a quote from Senyo Hosi. Earlier on at the Super Morning Show, they had him again, and he says, "The average UG graduate today does not have basic critical thinking skills. I want to see an appeal for excellence. I want to see integrity. I want to see excellent communication skills." You don't find that in the average University of Ghana student today, and attributed to Senyo Hosi. Well, we've got Anana_Amprofi saying, if a lot of people didn't turn up at the 70th anniversary of the University of Ghana, it doesn't give Senyo Hosi the right to lambast the school. Apathy is everywhere, even in churches. He's someone I love, but he should control himself next time. And this is a reply to a tweet by Joy FM. Says, "I have 3 degrees, all from the University of Ghana." You heard Senyo Hosi say that earlier, so I won't go on and on about it. But at E_Kofi is replying to that particular comment and says, even if Mr. Senyo Hosi is right, he should be reminded that there is a proper channel to give feedback to the Premier University of Ghana than make loose talk in public or during a public lecture and engage in needless argument on Joy and Joy SMS. And at Ahiaka_Richard said, University of Ghana should revoke all the certificates awarded to Senyo Hosi. How can you insult the very school that molded and groomed you? At Nana Jesse 291 says, if we look at what Senyo Hosi said, emotionally, we may lose out the essence cum import of his outburst. Quality is a missing ingredient in many graduates today. What he did was to use his alma mater as an example or as a sample size for a bigger national conversation on falling standards. Well, the debate may not end anytime soon because furious alumnus Senyo Hosi has fired back in response to Professor Jampo, and I read to you earlier an excerpt of Professor Jampo's response. Well, according to Mr. Hosi, the country's prestigious university will become an expired Kimbu or Nokia 3310 if lecturers fail to accept the truth.
I find well, I may be somewhat misunderstood, but I find his submission quite unfortunate. I think he represents some of the young lecturers we actually have, and should actually show more of a modern view of what UG should be. But his submission, respectfully, seems to summarize what UG has significantly been over the years. UG has been a monologue. It does not easily take criticisms and honest feedback. And you can't find better feedback but from the employers who absorb your output. I mean, UG does fantastic research. You find UG inputs in journals all over the world. But honestly, to what end would that be if that's not translating into the employability of your output? I think that I find Jampo's submission quite unfortunate. I think that he represents some of the young and the young lecturers you have, and should actually represent the modern face of what UG should be. But his submissions, respectfully, typify what UG has often been, a monologue, an absolute monologue. Difficult speaking criticism, feedback, honest feedback, that actually required to help turn things around. Like I said in my submission, I have 3 degrees. I have no other university, Prof. I can afford to go to the universities I probably want to have, but I'm passionate about my school. I love my school, and I have no regrets about being candid about it and also being passionate about it.
So this debate keeps going on, and just a few moments ago, Professor Jampo replied to Mr. Hosi's Nokia 3310 metaphor, and actually says that kindly tell Senyo Hosi that he has the right to criticize, but he must be constructive in his criticism. He may want to look out for the distinction between cynicism and constructive criticism, he says. Again, as a beneficiary of non-thinking institution, it doesn't lie in his mouth to put out certain facts in the open. Some facts must be discussed behind the scenes for redress in order not to ridicule and be seen as ungrateful. It may be a fact that your wife may smell, but it doesn't lie in your mouth to go say this in public, and says regards to him. So if you just joined the show, we're just discussing the banter between Senyo Hosi, who has come out to speak up against what he thinks are outmoded issues, practices at the University of Ghana, Legon. He actually says that the too many old men, must get them out, and says that the university is not training enough students or churning out graduates with enough skills to meet the demands of the market. And Professor Jampo disagrees in the manner in which he went about this. But it's trending on social media, and the conversation continues. Do stay with us here on JoyNews Desk. We'll bring you more shortly.